Welcome to Lesson 5 of Unit 12, Tools of the Trade. In this lesson, students will work to answer the question, how do scientists use graphs? In this lesson, they figure out that graphs can be used to represent data and explain how they have used the science practices to learn more about the bones they've collected so far. In the Engage, use the Science and Engineering Practice poster to prompt students to think about how they have used the practices. Then explain that in today's lesson they are going to learn about ways to organize a lot of information to make it easier to understand. In the Explorer, students will work to graph whole class data collected in previous lessons. Return to Student Journal page 13 and review the data that came from tallying up each group's results. Then direct students to the graph on Student Journal page 18 and go over the features of the graph. Using the Animal 1 whole class tally data from Student Journal page 13, create the graph. Start at 0 for small bones and have students count to reach their tally number and shade in a bar. Repeat for medium and large bones. Then repeat the entire procedure above for Animal 2 on student page 19. In the Explain, ask students to compare the two completed graphs and analyze the data. Suggested questions can be found in the curriculum guide. In the Elaborate, students will summarize the data they collected in Lesson 4 and 5 on Student Journal page 20, Science Practices Recording Sheet. Review each step of what they have done so far. Teacher guidance can be found on Teacher page 10. In the Evaluate, students will analyze this graph on Teacher page 9, Favorite Dinosaur of each student. Suggested questions to guide their analysis can be found in the curriculum guide for this lesson. By the end of this lesson, students will explain how scientists use graphs to represent data. They will also describe, measure, and compare bones using data displayed on graphs.